Welcome back to Unstoppable, the elite mind and body podcast for men. I'm your host, Taj Howell. Welcome back to the show. Guys, this is episode 49. We're getting so close to 50 right now. Super stoked. What's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having the best day of your motherfucking lives. And by the way, that was for the people who are live. For those of you listening to the podcast, I also hope you're having the best day of your lives as well. We're going to start off by telling you guys what the topic of this episode is. The topic of the episode, stick around because I'm going to teach you how to use macronutrients to reach your fitness goals. I'm literally going to teach you everything you need to know right now to gain muscle, lose body fat, whatever your goals are. Stick around because especially for at the end, I'm going to give you 4 steps that you can use to build muscle or lose fat and get in the best shape of your motherfucking life. So literally just stay tuned because I'm about to give you all the information that you need to get in the best shape ever for free. So just stick around. Let's crush it. So first and foremost, what are macronutrients? Okay. What are macronutrients? Okay. Most people, when they think about eating food, they think about calories. Okay. A calorie is a unit of energy. That's all it is. Okay. A calorie is a unit of energy. Macros are what make up calories. Okay. So every food that you eat, every food item that you eat has some ratio of macros inside of it. So let me give you an example. Okay. So chicken. All right. Chicken is mostly protein. It has some fat and no carbs. Carrots. All right. Carrots has a little bit of carbs, no protein and no fat. Peanut butter, mostly fat, a little bit of protein, no carbs. Every single thing that you eat is made up of macros. And those macros, depending on how much there are in the food you're eating, makes up a certain amount of calories, which gives the unit of measurement, gives the actual energy amount inside of the food. Now, let's break this down a little bit more in depth. What is protein? Okay, protein is the building blocks of muscle. Protein is a necessary macronutrient in order to build muscle, in order to repair your muscle tissue, in order to give you energy, in order to feel satiated. Protein is like the most important one. Anybody who says it's not is fucking lying to you. Okay. So if you want to gain muscle, if you want a hard physique, if you want to be able to be lean, if you want to be able to stay lean easily, protein is the primary macronutrient I want you to focus on. I'm going to give you a full macronutrient breakdown here in a minute. But for now, I just want you to focus on and understand that if you want to be in great shape, you need to eat enough protein for your body size and for how much muscle you have. Otherwise, you'll start to waste away. Okay. Now, what is a carb? Okay. It's very common misconceptions here around carbs. Okay. A carbohydrate is literally basically just sugar. Okay. Like in the body, carbs are broken down into sugar. What up, Cam? How you doing, bro? Carbs are literally just broken down into sugar in the body. So I literally just want you to think about carbs as just sugar. All right. It's carbs. You eat a carb. It's broken down into glucose in your blood. That glucose is used for energy. That's literally all a carb is. Don't complicate it. All right. Keep it fucking simple. What is a fat? A fat is literally just, it's going to sound silly, but a fat is literally just a fat cell that you're eating. Okay. Fats are used in your body for brain function and organ function. Okay. That's it. Your fats are not used for anything other than brain and organ function. Your body needs them to function. If you don't eat enough fats, you're literally not going to be able to think, and you're not going to be able to digest, and you're not going to be able to do your bodily functions. So you need enough fat for bodily functions. However, you do not need as much fat as most people think. So eating avocados for snacks and peanut butter and peanuts and shit like that is fucking a ridiculous idea. And I'm going to show you why. But first, before we get into the actual 4 steps that you can use right now to use macronutrients to get in the best shape of your life, regardless if you have to build muscle or lose body fat, what we need to talk about right now is calories versus macros. But I'm going to take a quick pause, bro. I need you to plug in the laptop. This is about to die. Please grab the thing. Okay, so calories versus macros. Okay. I'm going to quickly take 2 seconds and can you go fast? I'm going to take 2 seconds and pause because I want my cameraman to film this and he's taking his sweet time right now. So bear with me here 1 second. But guys, we're going to be talking about calories versus macros here in a minute once he plugs this in and starts the camera up. Come on, Trey. You got this. I believe you. Are you ready? You got 34 people here live. All right, let's rock and roll. So, we good? Okay. So calories versus macros. All right. This is something that people don't really understand. All right. Calories are made up of macros. Okay. Let me give you an example of how this works. Every gram of protein has 4 calories. Every gram of carb has 4 calories. Every gram of fat has 9 calories. Every gram of the protein, carbs, and fats that you're eating makes up a certain amount of calories in the foods that you eat. Now, is it better to track calories or is it better to track macros? 1,000% of the time, it's better to track macros. And I'll tell you why. If you're tracking calories, not all calories are created equal. Okay. If you fill a 2,000 calorie day full of fucking peanut butter and Oreos, it's not going to be the same as filling a 2,000 calorie day full of even amount of a good quality amount of proteins, quality amount of fats, and quality amount of carbs. Now, I quite literally never, ever track calories for my clients. Like I just literally never do ever. I literally tell them, these are your macros. This is what you should be eating according to these macros. And my clients get insane results every single time. Calories, I find, just confuse everybody. So what I would recommend is learn how to track macros properly if you want to have a more free and flexible lifestyle and just focus only on getting the right amount of protein. That's if you do that, you're never going to need to worry about calories ever again. It's just way simpler and it's a more efficient strategy for weight loss and muscle gain. Okay. Insane results. That's right. That's right, Cam. My legend right here. Now, guys, it is time because you've waited. You've waited so patiently. It's time for the 4 steps that you can use to get in the best shape of your life, whether you need to build muscle or lose body fat. Okay. Step 1. Step 1 to get in the best shape of your life is to calculate your basal metabolic rate. Okay. If you don't know what a basal metabolic rate is, just go on Google and type in basal metabolic rate, calculate it, see how much calories you burn at rest. And your job is to eat those calories with the right amount of macros for 1 to 2 weeks to see how your body responds. Now, what is the right amount of macros? Okay. I'm about to break this down for you. So make sure you guys got a pencil and you can take some damn notes. All right. So first and foremost, if you have a BMR, let's say of 2,000 calories, let's just keep it super simple. Okay. 2,000 calories. What you're going to do is you're going to figure out how much protein you need to eat first. Okay. So let's say you weigh 230 pounds. You're looking to lose body fat. You've realized that you have 20%. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it really simple. For the numbers simple. Let's say you're 200 pounds. You've got 20% body fat, which means that your lean body mass is 160 pounds, essentially. Okay. Because 20% of 200 is 40. 40 minus 200 is 160. Okay. You still with me? I hope the math makes sense here. Okay. So let's say your lean body mass is 160 pounds. Okay. You're going to eat a minimum of 160 grams of protein because it's 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass is what I recommend. That's just what the minimum should always be. So let's say you eat 160 grams of protein. Okay. Now I'm going to make the fats super easy for you. And this is going to be for anybody at home who's listening to the podcast, anybody in the world, you need to do what I tell you right now because it's going to make your life way fucking easier. Fats are a range. Okay. When you eat fats, it should always be a range. If you're a man, remember, this is a men's podcast. If you're a woman who's listening, great. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'll give you the woman stuff here in a second, but men come first. If you're a man, the range of fat that you should eat in a daily basis is between 40 to 60 grams. You will never in your life, ever in a million years, need more than 60 grams. You will never in your life in a million years need less than 40 grams, unless you're doing a show and you're trying to go crazy and get super, super, super ripped. Okay. So the range is 40 to 60. So what is the most logical thing to do? If you know that the range is 40 to 60, put it smack dab in the middle. Okay. So for this person who's a man, who's 200 pounds who's looking to lose weight and his BMR is 2,000 calories, we're going to give him 50 grams of fat. We're going to keep it nice and simple. And if we have trouble losing weight in the future, we're just going to bring him down to 40 grams of fat. It's really that simple. Okay, we start at 50. Boom. Now what we do is we okay, we got our protein, 160 grams. We got our fat, 50 grams. Now we just have to fill the rest of the calories with carbs. That's it. So let's do a calculation based on what I just told you guys, right? So we have 160 grams of protein. Each gram of protein is 4 calories. So we do 160 times 4. Okay, 160 times 4. We're looking at 640 calories inside of the protein. Okay, 50 grams of fat. We know that 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 calories. So we do 50 times 9, which is 450. Okay, calories. Now what we do is we add them together. 450 plus 640 equals 1,090, which means we have 910 calories left. 910 divided by 4 calories per carb. Okay, 227 grams of carbohydrates. All right. So what we've essentially done is we've calculated your BMR. If you're a 200-pound person looking to lose body fat, if your BMR is 2,000 calories, we found out that because you have 20% body fat, you're going to be eating 160 grams of protein. The range of fat for a man is between 40 to 60. By the way, the range of fat for a woman is 30 to 50. Okay, so it's literally just a 10-gram differential. And the rest of the calories, the 910 calories that were left, we dedicated to carbs, which is 227. Now, here's what you do. Now that you have your BMR filled out with the right ratio of macros, it's not even ratios, dude. It's literally just like do it the way that I tell you and it's going to work. Now that you have this built, eat it for 2 weeks. That's step 2. Step 1 is calculate the BMR and fill it with the right macros. Step 2 is eat this amount of food for 2 weeks and see what happens. Okay. Now I'll give you a couple of examples of what may happen to you. First example is if your metabolism is shitty, which most people's is, let's just be honest. If your metabolism is shitty, you're going to gain weight. And if you gain weight, it means that BMR, your body is not able to metabolize everything that Google told you was your BMR. Okay. So your body is unable to metabolize 2,000 calories efficiently. And so what I would recommend is to move on to step 3, which is step 3 is to reduce by 100 to 200 calories in carbs per week, which basically means 25 to 50 grams of carbs per week is what you decrease. And you keep decreasing it until you start losing weight. That's it. That's as simple as weight loss is. You keep the protein the same, you keep the fats the same, you reduce by 100 to 200 calories of carbs per week. And over time, you'll start to lose weight. Now let's flip the script. Let's say you're trying to build muscle, okay? It's the same exact thing. You calculate the BMR, and over time, you slowly increase by 100 to 200 calories per week to gain muscle. You keep the protein the same, you keep the fats the same. All you do is change the carbs. It's really that simple. That's what's worked for me over the last decade to transform the lives of almost 500 people now. We've got a question. Why not reduce fat? So I just told you that fat, as long as it's in the healthy range to eat, which for men is 40 to 60, you can reduce it if you want to. And you reduce it to 40, that's totally fine. Don't reduce it lower than 40. There's no point because your body needs fats to function properly. So you want to have too little fat. It's just not a smart thing to do. Plus, if you try to have too little fat, all you'll be eating all day is chicken and broccoli, and no one wants to do that. So keep your fats around that 40, 50, 60 range if you're a man. Keep the fats around 30, 40, 50 if you're a woman. And the only thing you need to move around is carbs. Okay? So the 4 steps for getting in the best shape of your life are as follows. Step 1, calculate your basal metabolic rate. Okay? Fill that basal metabolic rate with the right ratio of macronutrients. Step 2, eat those macronutrients for 2 weeks to see what happens in your body. If you gain weight, lose weight, stay the same. Step 3, based on your results from eating your BMR calories, either reduce by 100 to 200 calories of carbs per week until you start losing weight, or increase your calorie intake by 100 to 200 calories in carbs per week until you start to gain muscle. Okay? Follow the same formula in order to gain muscle, lose body fat respectively. Protein stays the same, fat stays the same. The only thing you need to move around is your carbs. Make it super, 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 super simple. Okay? Now, the last thing I'm going to bring up for you guys, and you can restart that now. The last thing that I'm going to bring up for you guys is carb cycling. Okay? Now, this is something that most people don't really know about. It's something that's relatively, I wouldn't say it's new, but it's not the most popular thing. Most people, when they think of fat loss, they think of keto, carnivore, paleo, Atkins, Bernstein, all the bullshit diets. When in reality, the best thing that I've learned for men specifically who want to lose body fat is to utilize carb cycling. Now, carb cycling is a last resort once you've already reduced your carbs from that, let's say 250 or 260 or 220 gram range. Once you reduce it all the way to the 100 gram mark, what I recommend, if that stops working, is to start carb cycling. So what is carb cycling? Carb cycling is essentially no carbs from Monday to Thursday. Not one, not even a fucking blueberry, nothing. No carbs, Monday to Thursday. Then you get to have carbs with each meal, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you get to have 2 cheat meals. One of the cheat meals can have a dessert. I have tested this strategy on hundreds of men. And without fail, every single time, unless the person messes it up somehow, this yields insane results. Let me give you a reason why. When a person eats carbs over a long period of time and gains body fat and gets a gut and starts to get overweight, what happens is over time, chances are they start to build what's called insulin resistance. If you build insulin resistance, it's very difficult to lose fat while you eat carbs because carbs spike insulin and your body doesn't respond well to insulin. Okay. So what happens when you carb cycle is you go 4 days, Monday through Thursday, with no carbs, which means you have no insulin spike. And when you have no insulin spike, it means your fat cells aren't connecting to insulin. It means your fat cells are floating around, ready to get jiggy with it and get burnt off. Okay? I hope this makes sense. I'm trying to explain this as simply as possible. 4 days, no carbs. There's no insulin in the blood. It means your fat cells are dancing around. They're able to get burned more efficiently. Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes around. You get to enjoy your weekend, enjoy your life, have some cheat meals, have some carbs. It's the easiest, best form of dieting. And it's not even really dieting. It's really simple that I've ever found that helps people get insane results. If you want me to help you implement carb cycling into your life, head to the link in my bio. There's literally a link in my bio right now where you can apply to receive a free week of coaching with me as long as you qualify. Okay. So if you're watching this video right now and you want to lose weight, or if you want to build muscle, you want to get in the best shape of your life, head to the link in my bio, apply for a free week of coaching. And if you qualify, we're going to get you inside the program. We're going to kick some ass. Okay. That said, if you guys have questions, I'm always available to answer questions. Just DM me on Instagram. If you're listening to the podcast right now and you don't know where to find the link to apply to receive a free week of coaching, all you need to do is go to my Instagram page and head to the link. Or if you have a question, head to my Instagram page and send me your question, and I will get back to you as soon as humanly possible. All right. Hope you guys have the best week of your lives. Monday is the best day of the week, and I'm going to tell you why. This is the last thing. Last thought I'm going to tell you guys right now. Monday's the best day of the week because it's a fresh start. It means that no matter what the fuck you did on the weekend, no matter what you did or didn't do or achieved or didn't achieve last week, you have a fresh start to be the absolute best version of yourself. Stop making fucking excuses and take your life to the next level. So I want you to leave some fires right now in the chat. If you're watching this live on Facebook, Instagram, if you're going to level up this week and you're going to put in work and you're not going to make excuses, I want you to drop some fire emojis right now in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay. Drop some fire emojis if you guys are going to take it to the next level this week. I love you guys so much. See, we got, look at that. We got the fires coming in. We got the fires coming in hot. You guys are all legends. Keep being legends. I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace out.